For example, to play a madman, I need to connect with the crazy person inside me. Hey guys, in this video I will talk about the journey of my personal and spiritual development. This video is a way for you to know me better and to know who is behind this YouTube channel. So let's begin. We will start with my childhood, or as I call it, the dark ages of my life. So, as a kid, I was very energetic. I wanted to be the center of attention. I wanted to be appreciated, heard, and seen by everyone. This led me to not recognizing the need for importance of others, the need for them to be heard and appreciated as well. This led to me not having a lot of friends and being the outsider of any group that I went into. I was the black sheep of any social group because I was not a fun person to be around. The other thing is that I was really emotional and still am emotional. I cried a lot as a kid, and that was not accepted by the other boys. You know the saying that boys don't cry? Well, I did, and that's why I got bullied emotionally and physically. There were a few instances of physical bullying where another kid just pushed me in the face, and the bad thing in those situations was that I did not defend myself. I didn't know how, and I didn't want to hurt another person, another human being. I appeared as weak and as a person who you can step on and there will be no consequences. So that's why my childhood was not that great. I was very extroverted as a child and am extroverted as a personality, but in my childhood I was really introverted because I did not want to be myself in front of others. When I was myself in front of others, like when I was emotional, when I was having really strong feelings, or was expressing strong thoughts and opinions about a subject, I got bullied. But everything changed for the better when I went into a seminar for personal development and inner awareness. Now I will tell you the story of how I became aware that this seminar existed and how I decided to go into it and to immerse myself into increasing my inner awareness. So, one morning when I was like 14, I heard my mother singing in the bathroom. And I was like, wait, my mother never sings. What is happening? After that, I heard her cry. And when she got out of the bathroom, I asked her, what is going on, mom? Why are you singing and crying at the same time? She told me that she is going through a healing process, and that is because she's going into a seminar where she is learning how to get out of her comfort zone. I told her, what can I do for you so I can help you through this process and support you? And she told me, you can just come to the graduation in a few days. So I went into the graduation, and I did not know that this was the most important step or the most important act in my life. In this graduation, I listened to the other attendees of this seminar who shared their experiences and their insights, what they have learned and what changed in their life because of this seminar. At some point, I felt tears going down, and I felt really emotional. The inner voice in me said, I know that I have to go through this seminar. So I went, and It was one of the most amazing things that I have experienced to this point. This seminar helped me become aware that there are other people in the world, that if I want to be interesting to others, I have to be interested in them. If I want others to appreciate and to listen to me, I have to listen to them and to be present for them. So, because of this seminar, my biggest weakness to not be present for others and to only be the center of attention became my biggest strength. I started to become really good at listening and understanding others. I forgot to tell you that these seminars are called Insight seminars and you can attend them if you want to. At the graduation of my first seminar, I got my first mini-enlightenment. There was a really nice process in the seminar that helped me become more aware of myself, and at some point I remember feeling that my consciousness expanded, my mind stopped, and everything that I felt was peace and happiness. And I saw that my consciousness is a light which lights up the lights of other human beings. And at this moment I felt the beauty in waking up, becoming more aware of myself, the beauty in meditating, and the beauty of being my real self. So it was at this moment that I decided that I want to do this for my whole life, to share the light of my consciousness with others. As a kid, I was really interested in birds. I loved watching big eagles fly in the sky and just imagining myself being as free as they are. After the graduation of this seminar and this experience that I just talked about, I got interested in more intelligent animals, and that's how I got into psychology. Now my whole work is around helping people remove their inner obstacles and teaching them how to fly. My soul was sending signals to me as a kid by getting me interested in birds, because if you didn't know, birds are the symbol of the spirit. And there was an inner voice that told me, you will soar up in the sky when you grow up. And this voice told me that there is a quicker path to this freedom, and it is through conscious work. So that's how I got into meditation. After the seminar, I started to meditate and to learn about chakras, energy, kundalini, yoga, manifesting your thoughts, etc. That's how I learned about an energy school which played a really important role in my personal and spiritual development. But for you to understand how important this school was for me, I need to take a step back and tell you about my favorite anime when I was a kid. This anime was Avatar: The Last Airbender. And if you didn't know, it is about a boy who is an avatar. He is the master of all the four elements: earth, water, fire, and wind. He is the one who brings balance to the world and peace among humans. He is the only person who can control all the elements and the only person who reincarnates into other bodies after he dies. In every new body and every new personality that his soul gets into, he learns to connect with all the past lives and extract the wisdom and the strength from them. In the anime, he talks with his past lives and he learns from their past experiences. So as a kid, I really wanted to be the avatar. I really wanted to be this, not only master of the physical universe and all the elements, but the master of the spiritual realm and the one who connects with higher levels of consciousness. In the anime, the avatar is the bridge between the material and the spiritual plane, and that's what I wanted to be when I was a kid. So at some point I started watching YouTube videos about people who were using wind bending or telekinesis. For example, there was a person who created leaf tornadoes with his hands and mind and energy. So when I became aware that a person can do all those things, I said to myself, I have to learn how to do those things. So I did a Google search and I found out school which was called Avatar Energy Master Institute, and I was like, wait a minute, there is Avatar Energy Master in the fucking name. I am in. So in this school, the first thing that I learned is how to focus my consciousness through my body and to feel the energy inside. The lesson from this was energy flows where your attention goes. And that is true not only physically, emotionally and spiritually, but it is true and accurate even physically. Because if you focus on your hands and your palms, for some time you may feel cold and heat, but at some point you will feel electrical tingles, and if you hold your focus for long enough, you will feel your hands like two magnets. And if you focus your attention on a body part, more blood will flow there. So after hours of meditating every day for months on end, I went outside and I tried to wind bend. Of course, nothing happened. The more I tried to connect and the more I tried to control the environment around me, the more nothing happened and the more frustrated I became. But I did not get discouraged, because there was really interesting thing that I learned through this school, and that was lucid dreaming. If you didn't know, lucid dreaming is when you know that you're dreaming and you get control over the dream. So if I couldn't control all the elements in the material world, I could control them in my dreams. Some people are really good at lucid dreaming right from the get-go because they are naturals. I was not like this. I needed to learn a lot of techniques and ways to check if I am in a dream. The first thing that I learned was to record my dreams and to remember them. I got so good at this that I remembered 10 different dreams a night. The second thing that I learned was to do reality checks. These are checks that you do every day and make a habit out of them. You just check if you're in a dream, like watching your hands and seeing if all your fingers are there, because in the dream you have like 3 or 4 fingers, and if you look in your dream at your hands, you will understand that you are dreaming and you will get control over the dream, or at least become aware that you are dreaming and become lucid. So I got really good at reality checks, and at some point I got so good at lucid dreaming that I got a lucid dream at least once a week, sometimes once a day. There was a time that I got like 3 lucid dreams in one night. So right now I am not practicing lucid dreaming and I have like 1 lucid dream a month, but it's still nice. Maybe at some point I will get back to this practice because it's amazing. And one of the best things that I love to do in the lucid dreams that I have is to fly around, to bend the elements and to meditate. Because meditating in the lucid dream is 7 times more powerful than meditating in real life. So I learned a lot from this energy school, but I decided that meditation is the thing that I want to learn and not control over everything around me. I wanted to learn how to surrender myself, how to surrender control, and how to surrender my mind so my consciousness and my presence can grow. That's how I made meditation a habit. Parallel to attending this online school, I attended inside seminars, and that's where I met a girl who introduced me to acting. In acting classes, I got into the real deep shit. That's where I met my first real teacher. His name is Dimitar, and he was one of the most amazing human beings that I have met in my life. He taught me how to speak in front of an audience. He taught me how to defend myself because he was a Wing Chun teacher. Wing Chun is a style of Kung Fu in which you learn how to defend yourself and how to use your power inside. It is a spiritual practice, not only physical one. The way you fight is the way you live. So if you fix your fighting style or the way you fight, you fix the way you live. I remember attending one of his classes of Wing Chun where he told me, Emo, if you really want to become a man, you need to do only one thing. Do the things that you promise. The real men always do the things they say they are going to do. That's integrity. And if you want to be a real man, you need to have more integrity in your life. And that lesson stayed with me my whole life. I got really good at promising something and going through with it, doing it. Right now I am learning how to do the things I promise myself to do. So my acting and fighting teacher was into Buddhism and meditations and gave me a lot of pranayama breathing techniques and ways to meditate. If you want to see or experience some of those meditation techniques, you can see my meditation videos in my channel. He also recommended a lot of great books like The Portrait of Dorian Gray or the works of Ayn Rand, Dostoevsky and Nietzsche. One of the most important things that I learned in acting is that every role that I play is a part of me and lives in me. And if I want to be true when acting, I need to connect to that part. For example, to play a madman, I need to connect with the crazy person inside me. So, every role that I play is a part of me. That was the lesson that I learned, and I didn't know it at the time, but this was the first step towards learning about family constellations. After 3 months of lessons, my teacher told me, come to an event with me, I think you will like it. And that was the first therapeutic group that I went into. There I had to represent a family member of another person, and the most amazing thing was it was not like acting, but it was more of a feeling because I had to feel the energy and the emotions of a person that I haven't met in my life. And in the break, my teacher told me, you are meant for this work. There is a training for family constellators, and if you want to become one, you should come to it. So that's how, when I was 17 years old, I went into the training for family constellators, the first thing that the facilitator of this training said to us was, you do not become a family constellators because you can't become one. You grow into one. And that's why in this training there is a lot of inner work. And that was true. In this training there was a lot of inner work. There, every day we did active meditations for at least 2 hours. We did long breathing sessions. We did a lot of constellations, exercises, and a lot of inner exploration. We healed the relationships with our siblings, parents, grandparents, and even grand-grandparents. There, I learned about who I am and where is my place in my family system. Before this seminar, I wanted to help my parents become more aware, to develop them, to teach them something, to share with them the things that I have learned through my personal journey and to share with them the things that work for me. I wanted to change them. I wanted better parents. And of course, if I am not open to my parents and I am putting myself like someone who is more adult than them, I cannot receive. I learned that I have to be in the correct place in my family system, and that means I need to be small in front of my parents. And that's how I can receive the life that is flowing through them to me. In the training, I learned also about blind love. This is our desire to belong to our family and to feel connected to everyone in our family. This is the thing that makes us get the fate or the destiny of other people in our family and live it as it is our own. For example, my grandfather died in a war. I, because I love him blindly, will identify as him and be a victim in my life. I will get myself into situations where I will get bullied, and in this way I will feel connected with my grandfather. In family constellations, we learn how to transform blind love into aware love and learn how to feel connected and feel love towards other family members in a more mature way, in a way that we feel that we live our lives and we are happy and we do not live their lives and lift their heaviness. We do not put the obstacles that they got in their life into our life. Family constellations help me learn why I am the outsider in any group that I went into. I learned why I got bullied in school, and it helped me heal all those traumas and helped me leave all those things in the past. My whole life I had one desire: to be accepted by others. And now, with family constellations, I know my life's mission and purpose: to help others be accepted, seen, heard, and appreciated. That was the short version of my personal and spiritual journey. If you've liked this video, you can watch my latest one by clicking here. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Bye.